start with your name and designation?
I'm George Claassen. I'm teaching science journalism at Stellenbosch University.
So George, tell me more about the curriculum.
Well, the curriculum entails the whole broad spectrum of science and how journalists should communicate science to the public. Because science is quite often intricate and difficult for people to understand, and it is good for the journalists to be able to understand the science and to explain it in lay terms to the public, in their newspapers, on the radio, on television, whatever medium they are using, on the internet.
So tell me more about the contributors to the curriculum.
Well, I was approached by UNESCO 3 years ago to develop a comprehensive science journalism, science and technology journalism curriculum so that it can be instituted or applied in South African universities. And it went through a whole rigorous peer review process overseas, and it was eventually published last year in a new compendium of new curricula for different courses. But this one is specifically for science journalism.
So what has been the impact of the curriculum on science journalism?
Well, the fact is that we have started in 1995 at the University of Stellenbosch. I developed the first course in Africa in science journalism to be taught at a university. And we are still the only science journalism course in the country. Although Rhodes University presents a course in health journalism, there is no full-blown module in science journalism at any university in South Africa and in Africa for that matter. So we are the pioneers in that sense.
So how do we make sure that other universities have the same curriculum?
Well, we can't prescribe to them. The curriculum is a guideline, is a basis guideline according to which they can apply. It helps universities, journalism departments to institute or to start a course because it's already there, the model is there, and the model is very much based on the way science journalism is being taught at foreign universities in the United States, in Europe, all over the world as such. So we're applying the principles that a good science journalist needs to know. We're applying those principles in our teaching of science journalism.
So in a country where learners are struggling to grasp maths and science, how do we get journalists to grasp that and report back?
It is a big problem because science reporting is difficult. But the aim of the course is not to make the students of journalism to become scientifically literate. That's impossible. So we don't only take people or just take people from the natural sciences or the scientific field who wants to study journalism. We take people and we try to teach them a scientific worldview so that they understand how science operates. What is the peer review system? Why science is uncertain? Why it can be overturned? What we understand today can be overturned tomorrow because of new research. So that you always have new developments and how science develops. For example, if you take HIV/AIDS, the beginning of HIV/AIDS, the research on it at the beginning, people didn't know what was causing it. Now we know what was causing it. Two people were awarded the Nobel Prize for medicine 5-6 years ago. So the science has been established, but at the beginning the science was uncertain. But it is still uncertain because we haven't found a cure for it yet. So we try to teach students this type of uncertainty so that they should never be afraid of science, but that science, that they communicate science in an understandable way. And by that I mean that they don't use jargon. By jargon I mean that they use the word scientists use. They must, if they use a scientific word, they must immediately explain it to say what it means. so that because the lay public must understand that.
So as far as years are concerned, how long will it take to get generalists going?
Well, we've been teaching it as part of a honours degree in journalism. That's a postgraduate degree after a first degree. We take applicants from all disciplines. They do a very strict selection test, and one of the modules in their BPhil in journalism course, and it's a compulsory model, is science and technology journalism. They can't say we don't want to follow that. So we expose them to that, and we have found that often that of our 25 students we take per year, quite a few of them eventually venture into science journalism because they suddenly exposed to it something that they've never done, and they suddenly find out how exciting science is because you're working with new discoveries every day.
Thank you so much.